So when you have this feeling of failure, what do? Some people turn to sex. I read in the paper the other day that Billy Graham said that sex was sin. That is not true. I've never said that in my life. If it were not for sex, I wouldn't be here tonight. Neither would you. The Bible teaches that sex is not sin. It's the misuse of sex that's sin. When we misuse it. You say, but Billy, in our sophisticated modern generation, the pill is taking care of all our problems. Is that so? Then why is illegitimacy 5 times greater now than it was 20 years ago per capita? Why is VD now at epidemic proportions throughout the country until it's become one of the major diseases to be dealt with in the United States? The Bible says to flee fornication. The Bible says it's wrong to have sex experience outside of marriage. Let's just tell it like it is. Tell it like the Bible says it. You may not agree with it. I'm not asking you to agree with it. I'm not trying to force it down your throat. You can make up your own mind. I'm telling you this Bible says that sex outside of marriage is a sin. And the Bible says if you commit that sin, you're going to pay for it. In your body in this life and in the life to come. It's a sin. And then there are thousands of young people in this state of failure and this syndrome of failure commit suicide. It's the second killer on the university campus today. Suicide. Some go to drugs. Did you know I read the other day that 6% of the American young people are now experimenting with hard drugs? I could hardly believe it. And there's no cure. The United States government spends an average of $65,000 to try to cure one addict, and we only have a 1% cure, and they're only arrested. That's how dangerous and how terrible this drug business is, not only in America, but in Europe and throughout the world. But it's a strange thing. In China, they say there are no drugs. Young people don't use drugs there. Of course, they're not allowed to. But here in America, with all of our freedom, we have a plague upon us that's like a cancer that could destroy our society. In fact, the Bible intimates that there'll come a time when an entire nation will someday be drugged. It doesn't say America. It doesn't call the nation by name. But it says the nation will be drugged. And we will become soft for the kill, like Rome was in her latter days. Drugs.